Try to take on the last one of this campaign, 10 million plus bounty. Expected resistance 31st smoke jaguar assault.
Your target. Destroy all enemy mechs.
Yeah. The jaguars are mounting their final offensive on the imperial city. Destroy as many of them as jaguars you can. Destroy as many of them as jaguars you can. Defend the imperial city at all costs. Today will determine the fate of the Draconis combined and perhaps of the entire inner sphere. Remember, mech warriors, whether you live or die today, you will be forever remembered for your valor in the battle. Destroy all clan mechs, prevent any from passing your position. The imperial city is just 2 kilometers behind you. This is truly our time to stand or die. If we hold the smoke jaguars here, we will be victorious. If they break through and take the imperial city, we will be lost. Is there any hope for the inner sphere against the clans, or are we doomed to spend the rest of our lives as their slaves? Coming battle will tell us. Let's find out, won't we?
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Here they come. Stand ready, mech warriors.
Elementals, I'm not. Hate these. I feel invite these.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Hopefully nothing actually dangerous comes until we've taken care of these guys. I don't want to fight these and other mechs at the same time. Even though these aren't too dangerous, they can swarm all over you, shoot you in the back. So they can become more than just a nuisance. What the hell are they doing?
Enemy mech destroyed.
Where the hell is he going? Oh shit.
It's going down.
It's as good as dead, sir.
That's mad cats.
Internal heat at 700 Kelvin. Enemy mech destroyed. Reactor critical. Shutdown imminent.
Enemy down.
Emergency heat shutdown overridden. Enemy mech destroyed. Enemy mech destroyed.
Enemy down.
It's going down.
It's as good as dead, sir.
Please
Enemy
be.
mech destroyed.
Enemy down.
It's going down.
It's as good as dead, sir.
We're not in exactly great shape anymore.
destroyed.
Yes!
Enemy down.
It's going down.
As good as dead, sir.
Yeah. Disappearing graphics is not a good thing at this time for a game. Just isn't.
Internal heat at 700 Kelvin. Enemy mech destroyed.
Yes!
Enemy down.
On my way.
Joining formation, sir.
What are those? Masakari, Goldren, and two Masakaris and a Goldren.
It's going down.
As good as dead, sir.
I mean, Masakari and two Goldrens. Let's try this. This is not going to be fun. Fun is not the name of the game here. I don't care if someone dies here.
Critical hit. Particle cannon. Critical hit. Weapon destroyed. Internal heat at 700 Kelvin. Enemy mech destroyed.
Yes!
Enemy down.
Critical hit on.
It's going down.
As good as dead, sir.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Please, I'm throwing fire from them.
Enemy down.
Gives them free range to shoot.
Dead, sir.
Reactor critical. Shutdown imminent. Emergency heat shutdown overridden.
Better be the goddamn last one. We're not gonna take more
Critical
than
hit. Heat sink. Critical hit. Particle cannon. Critical hit. Weapon destroyed. Critical hit. Heat sink. Critical hit. Heat sink.
move.
Enemy mech
Oh.
destroyed. Mission successful.
Yes!
Enemy down.
Yeah, we took quite a beating there. We have turned back the smoke jaguars, and Luthien is ours. You snatch victory right out of the jaguars' jaws. Luthien and the entire Draconis combine, I owe you. Our victory will resound throughout the inner sphere, and all will know we can defeat them. Minimally? Toward the end of the second day of fighting, the Draconis and Mercenary forces finally turned back the Smoke Jaguar forces and reclaimed Luthien. The Inner Sphere had its proof that clans could be stopped. After victory on Luthien, the successor state tested their new alliance and prepared for the next clan attack. Meanwhile, Comstar, Pro-Centaur, Anastius Vogt met with Clan Wolf, Ilkan, Ulrich Kerensky and arranged that the war for Terra would be fought on the proxy planet of Takuid. Each of the clans already established in the Inner Sphere would field an attack force given two objectives on Takuid. Each objective would be defended by Comsguard units. If the clans attained their objectives, Terra would be theirs. If they failed, they would cease all offensive action for 15 years. In that time, Vogt hoped the successor state could shore up their defenses and prepare for a full-scale war with the invading clans. Vogt had rested the fate of the Inner Sphere on a daring gamble. If his plan succeeded, he would be a savior. If it failed, he would be a traitor. The Battle of Takaid was to be a war that could end worlds. Yep. So, and the game ends. We got our retirement on a planet we own. And our victory allowed the Comstar to negotiate a fight that they eventually won. And bought 15 years of respite from the clan invasion. Yeah, not the best endings of ever. Especially since it wasn't, although it's sort of related to our final mission and what we achieved, it would have been much better if it would have actually either been the battle we fought, or we would have ended fighting in the actual war on the planet that decided to put a halt on the clan invasion. So although it's not a terrible ending, as far as endings go, it could have been a more relevant what we actually did in the game. It's sort of a shitty thing to do, that you make a game out of a it's sort of your story as a mercenary, then you don't sort of final cutscene was a afterthought. What happened to you? Yeah, you got your retirement, but it was after the actual ending cutscene. MechWarrior 2. Well, graphically this doesn't age well, and this sort of the engine was never made to even be this good looking. It was much more simpler, and this was all, at least as far as I remember, the last incarnation of MechWarrior 2. And they started to add a lot of graphics to it. This was the first game that you can actually get 3D graphics work. But it also meant it was sort of tacked on an engine that never supported it. So although in many cases this looks like just fine, it also has the most performance issues because you started to add things on a frame that didn't support it. Yeah, I think this is okay, but especially this DOS version lacks the dynamic loot, which is it removes a lot of the point of playing as a mercenary commander instead of just a mercenary. If you play as a mercenary, you don't have to do the filler missions, you don't really have to worry about money, you can pick what you want to pick. So I think you can even refit in between the campaigns. So that's a huge difference. I haven't even tried that, so that's just me remembering. I could be wrong about that. Yeah. It's still okay. The missions in themselves and the campaign, I think that's a good idea, great idea even, but the implementation isn't what it should be. If you implemented the same idea with what you can do today, it probably would be amazing compared to what it is in this, but it's still okay, mainly because of the it doesn't really carry itself all the well. There's no dynamic salvage system, which is rubbish. Because that's your mercenary way. You could avoid trying to shoot them in the center hole, cut down their legs, things like that. But it's totally pointless here, which is a shame. That devalues the mercenary commander option quite a bit. It still allows you to sort of make it more than just a shooter. Sort of manage your priorities. You know, every choice you make has a cost. You can't just play whatever you want, choose whatever makes you want. You do have to make some choices, and they have consequences. And if we wouldn't have done so well in the Solaris Championship, for example, a lot of our mechs, we wouldn't have a lot of our mechs. We would probably have 4 mechs at most at the end, and feeling the clan mechs would have been a much more attractive option at that point. And a lot of things you could do do with this game now. But yeah, it's still okay, but certainly not as good as it was when it first came out. The simulations have moved forward quite a bit. So, but it's not a bad thing to visit the earlier stages of mech simulation games. The idea is still solid, but implementation is very shaky by today's standards.